Our next matchup set to get underway will definitely have big implications going into 2014. The #1 contendership on the line here. The winner of this match between Deryck Crosse and Brody Malibu will be named the #1 contender to the PWA Championship, currently held by the Giant Azrael, who we will see in action a little bit later, defending that very title against Kenny Stryker. Huge opportunity for both of these two young men to start off 2014 on the right foot. Again, my name is Big Bad Boris. We're here at PWA Christmas Slam 2013, our final event of 2013. Fans firmly behind Brody Malibu. Crosse doesn't like it. Heading down to the floor here, having words with our official, Connie Fitzpatrick. Malibu in the ring. He's ready to get it on, ready to get underway here. Crosse, not so much. Crosse back up on the ring, very slowly getting ready to get back in there. And right back out again. Fans don't like it, Malibu doesn't like it, but certainly potentially a wise choice here, as maybe getting into the head of Malibu a little bit here. You see Malibu holding the ropes open there. He wants to get started, and the longer that he has to wait to get his hands on Crosse, perhaps the more frustrated and off his game he's going to become. Finally back in the ring. Looks like we're going to get underway here. #1 contendership on the line. Very tentative start here. Both these men know what's on the line. They lock knuckles into the test of strength here. Crosse gets his leg in behind Malibu's, but Malibu right back up to his feet. Tried to get his leg in behind again. Malibu saw it. Up and over, Northern Lights suplex, nicely done. Taken down again, shoulders are down. Crosse back out to the floor. He didn't like that exchange one bit. Connie Fitzpatrick laying on that 10 count. Crosse back up on the ring apron again and getting ready to head back in. We just saw Sheik Akbar Shabazz successfully defend the PWA Esteem Championship against Saxon Huxley. A great night of action thus far here at the Northgate Line Center in Edmonton, Alberta. Side headlock taken by Crosse, and we've got more to come, including Michael Richard Blaze and Richie Rage set to square off. And again, the main event I mentioned earlier, Azrael going to take on Kenny Stryker. Tried the hip toss up over the monkey flip, had a bit of trouble getting him over, but he got him. Arm drag takes Crosse down. Crosse went for one of his own. Malibu having none of it. Rolling through. Shoulders are down. Malibu seems to have Crosse's number in the early going here. Working on that left arm. Trying to pull out of the socket. Crosse able to spin around, but he gets taken down again. He needs to make sure his shoulders aren't down. You can see Connie Fitzpatrick there checking. Crosse trying to get back up to his feet, but he's being controlled by that left arm by Brody Malibu. Bringing it again. See Crosse able to shove the arm off. Going in behind, but again, he's still controlled by that left arm by Brody Malibu. Nice work of Malibu. Slow the pace down and work on that arm. #1 contendership match, a victory here, exactly what he needs to help catapult him right up into that main event slot here in the PWA. Kicked off again and again, controlling that arm.
No.
Standing on the wrist, drops that leg right across the bicep. And again now with that key lock, shoulders are down again. Deryck Crosse flat on his back, that's not where he needs to be. Not going to become no more contender laying on the canvas like that. He'll try to get back to his feet, and you see again, Malibu just tenaciously working over that arm. Oof. Hard forearm. That's one way to escape an armbar. It's just a hard strike like that. Up and over goes Malibu. Shoulder block takes Crosse into the corner. Crosse coming out. Caught up with the scoop. Wasn't quite able to get him up, but nonetheless, dropped him down to the canvas. Shoulders down again. Not able to get the velocity on the body slam that he wanted, but still able to keep control. Keep the advantage in his way as he's up, raining down those right hands now. Shoved up by Crosse, but he's going to go right back up again. Malibu showing a lot of tenacity, shoved off again. Looks like he may have tweaked that knee there when he hit the canvas. This may be the opening Crosse needs. Ooh, kick right to the ribs. And this may be the opening Crosse needs to try to shift things into his favor, dish out some punishment. Again, bearing knees right into that midsection. Shoulders down, somewhat of a nonchalant cover. Maybe taking that time to plot out his next series of offense here. Now just laying the boots again right to that ribs, right to the midsection. Great crowd here on hand at Christmas Slam. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out, checking out this event live, checking it out on video on pwwrestling.ca. But if you've never made it out to see PWI Live, you are definitely missing out on the #1 professional wrestling organization in Western Canada. Handful of hair. Connie Fitzpatrick doesn't like it, nonetheless. Snapmares him over. Big splash, all the weight right down. The cover again, but not hooking the leg. Now it appears locking on that bear hug from the reverse side. Seems to be working over that rib cage, that midsection area. If you're able to crack a rib, it just makes breathing painful, let alone wrestling. Crosse knows that, as does Brody Malibu. Trying to get the fans back on his side. You see Crosse with his hands locked at the wrist there, trying to squeeze the life out of Brody Malibu. Malibu firing with that elbow. Able to break the grip. Shoots Crosse into the corner, up and over he goes. Crunched him in the corner, Bulldog. Cover again. 2 count only. Says the lovely and talented Connie Fitzpatrick. Crosse headed out to the floor now. Looks like he's going to wrap that rib cage. Not a legal move by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely painful for Brody Malibu. Crunching those ribs right up against that steel pole. Seems both men targeted a body part right now. Crosse may have the advantage, but you see Malibu fire back with those right hands, not too much behind them. Oof. Chops, punches, forearms, just back and forth. These two go. They know what's at stake. Ducks that clothesline off the rope. Crosse body lock takes him down. That had to hurt Malibu as well. That rib cage, got to be feeling it after getting wrapped around the post like that. Looked like he might have been going for a bulldog. Perhaps not the ring awareness he wanted. Ended up right wrapped around that middle turnbuckle. Crosse now drops that elbow hard down to the midsection, right across the rib area, hard down to the canvas, and you can see Brody Malibu is in a bad way here. Blatant choke. Crosse breaks at 4. What else can you do? Off the ropes, some extra velocity behind that drop kick. Baseball slides him down. Out of the ring and down to that concrete floor. No mats. That is just hard, cold concrete. Not where you want to be with Crosse. Shoved hard into the corner of the ring apron there. Nothing but metal beams underneath that canvas. Those ribs may as well have a big giant bullseye on them now. Throat exposed. Right into the chest. Brody Malibu definitely in a bad way. And you see Crosse out on the floor attempting to make friends with a young fan. Take candy from strangers, young folks, young PWA fans. Shoulder up, says the official, but Crosse very tenacious, back on, locking on that bear hug, squeezing those ribs. Trying to fire left hands, but not much behind him. Crosse just trying to squeeze the life out of Brody Malibu here at Christmas Slam, #1 contender match.
Shut up, lady.
Deryck Crosse makes friends wherever he goes. Malibu back up to his feet. You see him trying to slip the hand in between his body and Crosse. Saw no opening, now trying to fire those points of the elbow in. The hold was broken, but Crosse right back on the attack, fires her into the turnbuckle, charges in after. Ate the boot of Malibu. Ate the back elbow. Hard running clothesline. I don't know where this is coming from. Double leg takedown. You know what comes next, ladies and gentlemen. Right down to the nether regions of Deryck Crosse. Brody Malibu has a second win, but those injured ribs couldn't get him up in the fireman's carry. Goes in behind, off the ropes. Crosse holds on. Up onto the shoulders. Samoan drop. That had to hurt Malibu as much as Crosse. Nonetheless, shoulders down. Not enough to put Crosse away. You can see Malibu frustrated. With those injured ribs, every offensive move puts him in pain. Malibu plotting his next move. Crosse up to his feet. Malibu got caught with the jawbreaker. Left himself wide open. Tried for that backdrop driver. Malibu slipped out the back door. Hits one of his own. What's Malibu got in mind here? Heading up to that middle turnbuckle. Hits that European dropkick off the middle rope. Shoulders are down. Oof. Very close again. You can see Malibu frustrated. He wants to be #1 contender. He wants a shot at that title. Malibu in the corner now. Crosse up to his feet. Tried to go for that famouser. Couldn't hit it, up onto the shoulders. Malibu slides out the back door, shoulders down. Couldn't put him away. Looks like he's trying to lock in that Texas cloverleaf. Flips him over. He's got it hooked in. Not quite cinched in the way he wants it, but nonetheless, Crosse isn't going anywhere. Crosse screaming in pain. Fans want him to tap out. He's right in the middle of the ring. Reaching for that bottom rope. Trying to use that upper body strength to crawl closer to the bottom rope. He makes it there. Malibu must release the hold, but the damage definitely done. Crosse having trouble getting back to his feet. Malibu hits that famouser he was looking for earlier. Hooks the leg. This could be all. Crosse got the shoulder up.
That was supposed to be 3.
Malibu bewildered. Crosse perhaps wisely heading out onto that ring apron. He knows he can't get pinned out there. Fires his shoulder into the midsection. Malibu walked right into that one. Tried to bounce his head off the turnbuckle, couldn't do it, and now Crosse tastes the turnbuckle himself. Malibu tried to bring him in with a vertical suplex. He got caught and hung out to dry with that top rope. In the ring, you see Crosse driving that knee into the back of the head. We've seen this win matches. Brody Malibu kicked out. We've seen Deryck Crosse win matches with that maneuver, using his knee to drive his opponent's face into the canvas. Nonetheless, this match will continue. Both men taking quite a beating. Drives him face first into the mat. Up in that backdrop position. Just shifts his weight and plants him face first, but again, not enough. Tremendous resiliency shown here by Brody Malibu. Crosse frustrated to say the least. Trying to figure out what he's got to do to put the man away and become #1 contender. Caught on the inside cradle. Malibu almost stole one up in the fireman's carry. Now Crosse has Malibu. Spins out with that face jam. Shoulders are down. 2 and 3. He caught Brody Malibu sleeping up on the shoulders, down into the canvas. And Deryck Crosse is your winner. And he is now the new #1 contender to the PWA Championship.